All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect pushing His word. All right, but this is, I'm gonna get some scriptures on spiritual power and break it down, because we living in the last days, where before all said perils and troubles come in, as soon as this so-called white man, he's gonna try to watch this say this, the so-called white men who are the Edomites, the rulers of this world, the elite white man, they're going to try to put to death the men of the Lord that you see preaching this word in truth and sincerity week in and week out. So within that, the Most High is going to give His men spiritual power. We're going to have power to take these devils down. We're going to have power to destroy their tanks, their F-1 fighter jets, all right, their stealth missile bombers, all right, their martial law troops. We're going to be able to take out legions of troops with just one man himself. All right, but with that, it says, this is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them." So He's going to lift up a standard. And that standard is going to be held by the men of the Lord with the powers. The power to shoot laser beams out your eyes. The power to bend metal into pieces. That's the power that the men of the Lord are going to receive from on high through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because these devils are coming in all their carnality with their guns and their weapons and their sword. So we're going to have a spiritual sword that's going to be endowed on us physically, and we're going to take it out on you devils. We're not going to need guns. We're not going to need pipe bombs. We're not going to need to commit terrorist act, because we're going to be true harbingers of death. Just one man by himself will be able to destroy a whole army of Edomites of the United States Army. You know what I'm saying? This is Jeremiah 16, verse 16. It says, "Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them." Which what we're doing right now. That's what we're fishing the men right now. We're trying to bring in the elect and give them this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And it says, "And after will I send for many hunters." So after the fishing is done, the fishers are going to become hunters. He's going to send for hunters. And what does a hunter do? He kills. It says, "And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock." So if you face that judgment, it's nowhere you're going to be high from the terminators of righteousness, which are going to be the men of the Lord, the 144,000 men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You understand? Also the angels, and also Leviathan as well. He's going to use this so-called this devil, these Edomites, these ruling Rothschilds and elite Edomite bankers. They're gathering, they're amassing their forces on the left-hand side through carnality, their iron weapons, their nuclear missiles. But Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has an army of his own, which has powers far beyond anything that these devils can imagine doing themselves. All right, it says, get the next scripture. It says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their," this Isaiah 40 and 31. It says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength," which is what we're doing. We're waiting on this power to come to us, because we're going to need that power, man. The men of the Most High are going to need this power in order to overcome this devil. He's going to give it to, guess what? He's going to give it to a majority of His men, most of His men, if not all of them, to be able to conquer you devils. All right, and even if some of His men get put to death in the process, they're gonna come out of them chariots, you know, when after America is destroyed, and go about conquering the world. Okay, so all His men are gonna get the power. The Lord's will, all of us get this power. The true elect, 144,000, the 1/3 elect men, hopefully all of us get this power. It says, "They shall mount up with wings as eagles." So as eagles, we're gonna be able to fly like Superman. All right, like the Thor, like Iron Man. Well, he flies through his technology, but you're gonna be able to soar. Like Esau, he needs thousands. It took him hundreds of years of developing his technologies in order to make a plane. The Lord will give you those powers to fly and dwell in the air in a matter of seconds through spirituality, not through carnality. Because he builds what, tons upon tons, which is thousands of pounds of iron. You know, he molds it together in the shape of a vehicle with wings in it. And then he puts jet fuel and burns it, which burns 1,000 degrees to propel this gigantic vessel. Our powers is just going to be simply through thought, through spirit, to be able to move our particles in our body throughout the entire existence with our thought, to move from thousands of feet in the air at an instance to below ground in an instant. That's the power. That's going to be the power of the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, and it says, they shall run and not be weary. So we're going to run and not even get tired. Because why? Because it goes back to the beginning of the scripture where it says, they shall wait on the Lord. As long as we wait and endure in this long suffering and this truth, the Most High is going to grant this power to his men that do that. And it says, and they shall walk and not faint. So we're not going to faint. We're going to accomplish the mission which is set before us, which is to exterminate all wickedness off the face of the planet. That's why the Lord is raising up, is going to raise up this men, because now we're extinguishing and we're calling out wickedness verbally and through words, but then it's going to come a time when it gets physical. We proclaim this boldly. All right, we're not going to get carnal. We're not going to be it's not going to be no terrorist attacks. You see Hebrew Israelites with M16s and pipe bombs, and we're trying to bomb the Pentagon. It's not going to be nothing like that, man. We're going to get spiritual power. We're going to have the power to shoot laser beams out of our eyes and fire out of our mouth, to fly through the air. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. To teleport, shoot blasts of raw energy, particles out of your hands, to explode a different wicked human being, like these wicked ass women with the thought of your mind, explode their damn head with just a thought, to set their whole body on fire with just a thought, to rip their organs apart with just a thought. That's called telekinesis and pyrokinesis. These are the powers that the men are going to have. They show you the examples all through Esau's imagination of what he wishes that he's going to be able to do, because these thoughts enter into his mind through the Most High to show him that his men is going to get that power. All right? But this is Micah chapter 4, verse 13. It says, arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion. The daughter of Zion is speaking of the Israelites. All right? No other heathen nations. Zion was a mountain in the land of Israel. So it says, arise, O daughter of Zion. Zion wasn't in Moab, in the land of Moab, or the land of Edom, or the land of Ishmael, because the Most High is not dealing with you other nations. The Most High is going to raise up his men of his chosen nation to come against you other nations, to come against the Goyim, because you have been oppressing our people, and now it's time for us to be in rulership and to dominate you, man. And as it pertains to this spiritual power, nothing you can do is going to stop this wave, man. There's no power that you can have access to. All right, Esau is developing his super soldier program, giving his men steroids and these other things to heighten their strength. Well, do the best you can, because that would just make it more fun, because we know in the end we're going to prevail anyway. All right. Most High ain't gonna make it too easy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna let his men really have fun. You're gonna think you're doing something. You're gonna think you got your kung fu, your moves. You know, Moab think he got his kung fu and shit. You know, he gonna do a couple moves. He gonna, you know what I mean? Do his little fighting for him. He might think he got a couple hits off you. Then you just break that man down through the spirit of the Lord. You know, hit a pressure point in his shoulder, lock up his whole left side of his body. You know what I'm saying? You just stop playing with him, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be playing with you devils and you other nations when we get that spiritual power. We're gonna make you think that you can actually fuck with us, and then we're gonna shut you down. You're gonna anger us through your annoying, futile attempts at fighting us physically, then we're just gonna shut you down. You know what I'm saying? Blow fire and melt your face off. Things like that. Transform, being able to transform into an animal, bite your body up. Call the forces of nature on you. Call a hail of birds and come eat you and peck at your flesh, your eyes out your socket and things like that. Alright, that's going to be the power. It says, for I will make thy horn iron, and I will make thy hooves brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. And I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their sustenance unto the Lord of the whole earth. So we're going to beat in pieces many people, man. All through the spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shah. We're going to destroy these nations through spiritual power. You know, like the things you see on TV and in the movies, man. Power from on high. And it's right around the corner. Because the Esau is starting his demonization of the men of the Lord. And soon he's going to try to move on them. Try to throw them in prison. And these things, some of the men, as according to prophecy, will get put in prison. But a lot of them will get power and be able to escape. All right, because the word for standard in Isaiah that I read to start off, I think it goes into to flee. It's the Hebrew word nawas. All right, or to take flight. So we're gonna take flight, man, all through the spirit of the Most High. And with that, I'm gonna close out. Give all praise to Yahweh Shah, and double honors to the apostles, and Shalom.